Today we're here in Manhattan, Kansas, and we are going to the Midwest Car Collection, the Dream Collection Car Museum. And we're going to go check this out. And we're going to take you along with us. Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Collie with Kclifeadventures. As you first walk in, here is a plum crazy 1970 Dodge Challenger that is actually owned by one of our friends. This here is the world's first 1886 Benz patent motor wagon. It was belt driven with a single speed, weighs 228 pounds, with a wheelbase of 57.1 inches. The top speed on this was a whole 10 miles per hour. And then here, we also have a little replica of it. That's kind of cool. This here is the 1909 Peerless Model 25 Raceabout. This is one of the last cars of its kind. It originally started out as a race car in the 1900s. And in 1909, they started transitioning it over to a passenger car. And as you can see back here in the back, they do have little seats for smaller people to sit. This is a very neat car. Over here you can see Kyle. He's looking here at the DeLorean. This is a 1982 DMC-12 time machine. There's the flux capacitor. As you can see right here behind me, this is a replica of the DeLorean from the movie Back to the Future. And here you have a scene from the movie as well, from the lightning bolt. This here is a 1927 engine 13 fire engine that originally cost $8,000 back in 1927. This here is a 1909 Buick. It is a rear engine car. And up here where the engine normally would be, that is your gas tank. Here is a 1907 Ford Model S runabout. This here is a 1928 Oakland All-American 6 Coupe. Some of these are quite special. I like the replica of the car, the seat to sit in. This here is a rare Tucker. It is the number 17. It's a 1948, and it is also a rear engine vehicle. There was only 50 some of these made to begin with. But look at that engine. The exhaust pipes, there's one for each cylinder. So of this Tucker here, this is only car number 17 of actually 50 that was made. So they did not last for very long in production. This here is the car that Alice, or a replica of the car Alice Ramsey drove back in 1909, that drove, she was the first woman to drive across the United States from coast to coast, and only 152 miles of that road was paved at the time. That's pretty awesome. It says here that she started the journey on June 9th of 1909. A 22-year-old housewife and mother began the 3,800-mile journey from Hell Gate in Manhattan, New York to San Francisco, California in a green 4-cylinder 30 horsepower Maxwell DA. On her 59-day trek, she was accompanied by 2 older sister-in-laws and a 19-year-old friend, none of whom could drive a car. They arrived amid Great Fairfan on August 7th, about 3 weeks later than originally planned. Here is a story about Amelia Earhart, and here is a photo of her standing in front of her car. And here is a car that is very similar to the one she had. That's pretty awesome. It's a beautiful car. This is a 1937 Cord 812 supercharged. The original manufacturing price was $3,010 for this. Here is a 1948 Ford Super Deluxe station wagon. It originally manufactured for $1,972 with 100 horsepower, weighing in at 3,520 pounds with a 114-inch wheelbase. Look at the wood grain on this thing. Could you imagine driving something like this today? This here is a 1948 Chrysler New Yorker Town and Country. This is quite different from the Town and Country that I drive today. But it's quite different. It's definitely not a minivan. And this one was $3,422. This car cost $3,422 when it was originally sold. It had 135 horsepower. And it was also an 8-cylinder, where what we drive today is a 6-cylinder. But it's a beautiful car. This here is the story about a car that is now a motorbike, and the story behind it. This here is the actual motorcycle that he built from his car that he spent 12 days and 11 nights out in the desert. And when his car broke down, eluding the police, he took it apart and built this motorcycle. Here we have two 1966 Ford Mustangs that was done for Sonny and Cher. We have the his and hers. They were done by George Barris. Here is a picture of Sonny and Cher actually in their vehicles. This Mercedes here, they told us that it cost about $2 million to acquire this Mercedes. It's beautiful. It is the 1957 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Coupe. Sitting right next to a Corvette that is the 1953. You can see here that this car was actually driven, and it still gets driven, but you can see it's got the wear from climbing in and out of it. This is a Plymouth Superbird sculpture by Benedict Radcliffe. He was born in 1976, and he was commissioned by the Midwest Dream Collection in 2018 to build this 1-to-1 scale model of the Superbird. That's pretty cool. This is kind of a neat little job. It's a BMW cork art. 1958 BMW 600. Huh, that's crazy. All kinds of cork. This was a 3-speed manual. That'd be kind of crazy to drive this. This here is a beautiful 1957 Chevy Bel Air. It's a beautiful color. Obviously restored. It's a 1949 Chevy lowrider truck. It's been customed. Here we have the 1963 split window Corvette. Here we have a 1969 Ford Mustang Mach 1. Beautiful, beautiful. These two little guys here are what they call the bubble cars. This is a 56 and this one's a 57. Quite different. Definitely would have to be a smaller guy to drive this one. (1992) Road Rally, Lucena Delta. We're getting here into the Cars collection. This is a 1951 Hudson Hornet. This is the Doc Hudson. It was a 6-cylinder, one of 551 convertibles that is left of the Hudson Hornets. This here is the 1970 Plymouth Superbird. It cost a whole $4,298 when it was originally built or originally sold. This is the limelight green. It has the 727 transmission. Here is a replica of Tomater, 1956 Chevy truck turned into a tow truck. This one here is one of my favorites. A 1963 Volkswagen 23 window bus. Originally cost $2,655 with a whole 40 horsepower to it. It's a 4-speed manual 4-cylinder, but it is beautiful. It's got the open air. This obviously is not Lightning McQueen, but it is the Waltrip NASCAR from it's a 1999 Ford Taurus NASCAR. This is a 2010 Tesla Roadster Sport. It's an all-electric, obviously. It's got 288 horsepower, and it originally cost $128,500 to purchase this car. Here's a 1964 Lamborghini. Okay, it's a tractor, but it's still a Lamborghini. It had a whole 26 horsepower. '21 Ford GT. Here's the 1969 Chevrolet C10 custom half-ton truck. 255 horsepower. It's a beautiful truck, even though it's a long bed. 1999 Plymouth Prowler has 214 horsepower with 113.3-inch wheelbase, and the base price was $38,500. But there's always customizations, kind of like this paint job. This here is the 1969 Chevy Malibu coupe, and it is actually originally unrestored. This here's some of the metal art just as you come in the door. They're kind of cool. They don't have a whole lot of signage for this place, but if you look for the murals, you'll find it. It's pretty easy to find here in Manhattan, Kansas, and definitely worth the price. It was $8 for an adult, and I would highly recommend coming and checking it out. They did say that the displays change about every 6 months or so. So, you know, what you see today might be different the next time you come in. So definitely come and give that a try. Check them out because it's definitely worth it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe and comment so we can keep the channel growing. Thanks for watching.